smoky haze and stormy weather. Thank you for joining us at 6. I'm Darren Perrin.
And I'm Kat Villianzoni. Let's take a look from our Skywatch 3 camera on top of Echo Leahy Center in Burlington right now. Still some haze over the waterfront there as Canadian wildfire smoke mixes with the storms that were moving through the area.
We have team coverage tonight for our meteorologists, and they are tracking the storms and the rain. Gunner Consul is in South Burlington checking on the air quality, as you heard. And Chief Meteorologist Jess Langlois is in the studio with the latest on the rain. Let's get right to Jess. What do we need to know?
Absolutely. Well, the hardest hit area this evening has been a localized corridor along the 91 Route 5 corridor in particular in Windsor County, northern Windham County. We've seen a line of storms that really packed a punch. The worst of it over now, still seeing rain. But I do want to point out that we've had a traffic alert since the 4 o'clock hour for US 5 closed in Windsor for a tree and power lines down, blocking part of the road there. We've seen numerous reports of some trees and tree branches down in that area. And all of the storm reports from today really kind of clustered in this corridor from Windsor down to Westminster. We had a weather observer in Saxons River report 2¼ inches of rain just in this afternoon. So that's why we've been seeing some localized issues. A couple reports of some either flooding, culvert washouts, water up over the roadways. So the takeaway, if you're in those areas this evening and have to be out and about, monitor conditions. There could be some washed out areas, streams running very high. If you encounter any of that, turn around, seek an alternate route. We have a few flash flood warnings in effect, most notably this larger one encompassing Rockingham, Westminster, just to the east of Wardsboro there. So a good chunk of northeastern Windham County, as well as a couple localized pockets of concern in Windsor County this evening. So the biggest concern for this evening and even into a lot of the weekend is right now. Notice how that cluster, though, of all that lightning is moving off to the east along with the heavier rain, leaving us with just some showers or steadier rain that will be tapering off as the night progresses as well. So the worst of it is over now. We still do have a flood watch in effect for southern areas and a couple counties in New Hampshire for possible flash flooding through this evening. And of course, we are tracking some additional wet weather, particularly for southern areas this weekend. We'll have more on that in just a minute. But while those areas have been seeing the rain, the northern areas have been seeing the smoke. Let's go to meteorologist Gunner Consul now in the Orchard for a look at the latest.
Yeah, Jess, and I've the umbrella away because the rain has pretty much tapered off for the most part. We're even getting peaks of sun. But now that the rain's letting up, we're going to be noticing that a lot of that poor visibility just isn't because it's raining, but also because that lingering wildfire smoke is still leaving that haze around. Now, that air quality alert is in effect until 11 p.m. tonight. It is for sensitive groups, so it's basically alerting everyone that the outdoor air quality isn't dangerous or unhealthy, but it certainly is poor for those who have health conditions or also the elderly or the young folks. So definitely no strenuous activity this evening recommended, but it's rainy. We're just going to be out here. But all those pollutants that are going to be causing that air quality alert are pretty much getting scrubbed out of the atmosphere due to that rain. So there's that rain that we were seeing earlier. It was a lot heavier earlier, but look at all that pollen. Surely some wildfire smoke is in that as well. And once we continue to see these rain showers linger through the rest of the evening, once we get them out of our hair entirely, the air will be left pretty clean. Not completely clean, though, because wildfire smoke will continue to linger as we head into the weekend, and that's because a north wind will bring a new, fresh supply of Canadian wildfire smoke air. So air quality will improve, wildfire soon, but I'll toss it back to you in the studio, reporting live from the WCAX Orchard, Gunner Consul, Channel 3 News.
Gunner, thank you.